media typically refers to the abundance of the relatively inexpensive and increasingly accessible electronic tools that enable anyone with the most basic of technology and limited knowledge of the tools to publish and access information, share information and build relationships, or simply keep in touch with friends and family across the world. It's all about being social. Anything that you can do on a social media site is about interaction, it's about participation. So for example, we have social networking sites, bookmarking sites, media sharing sites, blogs and microblogs. They're all a way of interacting with others whom we wouldn't normally have the chance to interact with. Take for example, Facebook. Most of us are likely to have come in contact with Facebook at one point. So much so that 24 million British adults alone have now signed on to the social networking site. It's a fantastic way of keeping in touch with your audience instantaneously. Twitter is another example of a social media site. The beauty of this is that it's in real time. So everyone from your average person to Jennifer Lopez to Barack Obama is on Twitter. They can keep up to date with their audiences instantaneously. Another example of a social media site is YouTube. This is media sharing. It's probably the most used social media site. Here you can upload a video, an image, and again, people can pass comment on it. Recently, Beyonce had a hit with her song Single Ladies. The dance to the song started a craze, so much so that hundreds of fans would post their version of the dance onto YouTube. It became so popular that the singer actually featured the YouTube videos in her worldwide tour. The media coverage of this was huge. YouTube made the song and the dance a huge hit. Another example of social media sites are blogs. Perez Hilton, for example, has made a career out of blogging. He blogs about celebrity culture, his content is engaging, and so he has many followers and a huge readership. They're an important part of social media as it gives the world an insight into what people are thinking, what their ideas are on current events. The way to identify a social media site is, can you participate? If you can't, then it's not a social media site. The culture of social media revolves around the freedom to conversate. It's truly a democratic community, as everyone has the potential to be heard or express themselves. It's the idea that if hundreds and thousands of millions of ordinary people band together, then their idea can be put across. An example of this is Barack Obama. The sudden passion and commitment which came from a variety of voters, particularly the younger and the ethnic minorities, swayed the polls from the Republicans to the Democrats. The use of social media throughout the campaign was a crucial element in achieving this. It encompassed the passion of voters and mobilized a large community to achieve a common goal: elect Barack Obama. This kind of passion to vote had never been so prevalent before. Social media was the key to harnessing it. Social media demands transparency and accountability. It demands that businesses act socially responsible. The social media spotlight brings accolades for businesses and companies that do this well, where brands behaving badly are called out on online communities. These online communities are followed by the press at large, so the opinion located within these sites have great potential. It seems that we most definitely are the Facebook generation, but what does this mean for PR? It's clear that social media is taking PR into a new undiscovered territory. It's allowing for a faster, more effective way of communicating with audiences at large. Journalists and traditional news media can now be bypassed. Instead, building relationships directly with your audience is the main priority. As social media becomes more and more dominant, PR professionals are having to branch out in their skills in how they communicate. Public relations professionals are increasingly turning to these new media players to reach web-savvy publics. It's now more important in gaining coverage through social media than any other medium. The change in interaction between public relations practitioners and their audiences adding new dimensions to the industry and its professionals. Social media will be used to connect you directly to the right audience, keeping them up to date with your message. We will help you engage with your audience by creating relationships through meaningful conversations. We will increase your web presence. We will make an online brand personality, as there are too many faceless brands out there. Here you can explain your business philosophy and demonstrate your expertise. We can help you create and publish content onto social media sites as well as managing the content you put out there, such as videos and images. We will also monitor social media sites and analyze your content. This will keep you informed about what coverage you are receiving and allow you to respond to this. The more friends and followers you have on social media sites, the larger your audience. Therefore, the bigger the potential for millions to hear your message, thus giving you huge brand exposure. Social media gives you the tools to analyze your audience in depth. This is beneficial in reaching your audience in the most effective ways. Through social media, you can understand what kind of people make up your audience, what sites they visit and for how long, therefore assessing what they want from social media, what sites they visit most often and just how much of your audience visit these sites, and how often they use social media. Precise audience analysis through social media allows you to pinpoint your audience and come up with a strategy to interact with them in the most effective manner. People are more and more actively seeking out opinions online regarding all aspects of the products and services they are considering before committing to purchasing them. Online opinions are more readily trusted than, say, the brand's own website or advertising. You can earn trust by building relationships directly with your audience through engaging in sincere online conversations. This in turn builds loyalty and credibility as you're making your audience feel a part of you and your brand. A wealth of information can be found from direct feedback from the users of your product or service. Monitoring feedback is imperative. It enables you to gather reactions on your product or service, respond to the criticisms, and improve your product or service. This data is priceless as it keeps you in tune with your audience and their opinions. By monitoring blogs, social networking sites, and so on, you're in continuous contact with the latest goings on within your own industry. This is a much cheaper and faster method than traditional techniques such as focus groups or surveys. Taking part and listening to these conversations are important as they will have a significant impact upon your industry. How do you keep control once you put the information out on the internet? The key is to manage the content you put out. So keep your tone friendly, engage in conversations, build relationships, take the time to build your reputation amongst your audience. The stronger this is, then the less likely a little negativity will have a major effect. Take the time to respond to critique or questions before they spiral out of control. A little negativity is to be expected. The key is how you deal with it. Your response reflects your company, so always remain gracious. If you make a mistake, this can be possible due to the vast amount of different cultures you're dealing with, you should apologize. Sincerity goes a long way. It will add to your online character and will gain you respect in the long run. So the online community doesn't believe who you say you are. This can be overcome by creating relationships, gaining trust, and allowing people to get to know you. Overall, keep your content interesting, amusing, and up to date. Make sure you're adding value to the various social media platforms you use. If you would like to see any more videos, please do leave a comment on my blog www.prperspectives.tumblr.com. Thank you.